Hello everyone, I am Ernesto Burgos Osorio, a Cuban musician, composer, and arranger. Today, I want to talk to you about a song that, despite its festive nature, holds a fascinating story full of cultural nuances and controversies. Rum and Coca-Cola. Join me on this musical journey as we explore its origins, impact, and evolution over time. Let's begin by talking about rum. Rum is an alcoholic beverage made from the fermentation and distillation of molasses or sugarcane juice. Its origin dates back to the 17th century in the Caribbean, although similar fermented beverages were recorded earlier. The first documented mention of rum comes from Barbados in 1650, where it was referred to as Kill Devil or Rumbolian. Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola was created in 1886 by pharmacist John Stith Pemberton in Atlanta, Georgia. Originally conceived as a medicinal remedy, the drink quickly gained popularity as a refreshing beverage. The Cuba Libre, the cocktail made of rum and Coca-Cola, also known as Cuba Libre, has its roots in Cuban history. Although rum and Coca-Cola and the Cuba Libre are very similar, the fresh lime juice added directly to the drink is what sets the Cuba Libre apart. Back to the song. The authors of Rum and Coca-Cola. The song was popularized by the Andrews Sisters in 1945, but its story begins much earlier. Lionel Belasco, a pianist and composer born in Trinidad, composed the original melody. This tune was later adapted by Rupert Grant, known artistically as Lord Invader, a celebrated Calypso singer who added the lyrics we know today. The lyrics reflect the reality of the U.S. occupation in Trinidad during World War II. With a touch of irony, it narrates how local women traded their company for American soldiers in exchange for money and drinks, such as rum and Coca-Cola. This contrast between the cheerful melody and socially charged content sparked controversy at the time. As a Cuban musician, something that has caught my attention is the similarity between the melody of Rum and Coca-Cola and the guitar introduction of Son de la Loma, an iconic composition by Cuba's Trio Matamoros. Both pieces share a similar melodic structure, leading us to reflect on the mutual influence among Caribbean genres. It's no coincidence that, when listening to Rum and Coca-Cola, the rhythmic clave patterns evoke the 3/2 clave of Cuban sun, a rhythm so characteristic of Cuban music. This showcases how sounds and styles have intertwined throughout the Caribbean, creating a rich tapestry that transcends borders. It's worth noting that Son de la Loma was recorded in the 1920s, while Rum and Coca-Cola gained fame in the 1940s. This comparison shows how rhythms and melodies can travel and transform, always retaining an essence that connects our cultures. The influence of rum and Coca-Cola didn't stop with its most well-known version. Throughout the Caribbean, the song has been reinterpreted in various genres, including mento in Jamaica, a direct precursor to reggae, and calypso, where the song finds its deepest roots.
They make you feel so very glad. Calypso scene and make up rhyme. Guarantee you all will good time. Rum and Coca-Cola. Go rum Coca-Cola.
Calypso, with its blend of African and European rhythms, was a genre that not only entertained, but also served as a voice for the region's social and political realities. The song also left its mark on ska, which developed in Jamaica during the 1950s and 1960s, and later influenced genres like rocksteady and reggae. The combination of syncopated rhythms and socially conscious lyrics, characteristic of calypso, carried over into these new genres, expanding its influence beyond the Caribbean and into North America and Europe.
If you ever go down Trinidad,
Andrew's Sisters,
they make you feel so very glad.
Rum and Coca-Cola has been covered by numerous artists over the years.
Guarantee you one real good fine time. Drinking rum and Coca-Cola. Go down Point Coca-Cola. Both mother and daughter.
Among the most notable versions are those by the King Sisters, the Merrymen, Harry Belafonte, Xavier Cugat, and Barry White. These interpretations demonstrate the song's ability to adapt and resonate in different cultural contexts. Now, let me tell you about a very special version of Rum and Coca-Cola. In 2001, two entrepreneurs, Peter Scott and Carlos Baltazar, approached me to create a new arrangement of this iconic song. I had the honor of arranging it for the album Havana Dreams, sung by Sonia Santana, a former singer of the Spanish group Ole Ole, accompanied by the Saratoga Band, a project we had just launched in Cuba. This version was performed for the first and only time on a summer night at the Heredia Theater in Santiago de Cuba, under my musical direction. My intention with this arrangement was to pay tribute to the Caribbean roots of the song, highlighting the rhythmic richness that characterizes our music. It was an incredibly rewarding experience, and I am proud to have contributed to the evolution of this iconic piece from our Caribbean heritage. Rum and Coca-Cola is much more than a catchy tune. It is a reflection of the social realities of its time, and an example of how music can cross borders, influence cultures, and evolve over time.
Working for the Yankee
Finally, Caribbean rum and Coca-Cola have created a blend that symbolizes the fusion of our cultures. This combination, popular in cocktails such as the Cuba Libre and rum and Coca-Cola, reflects the cultural exchange between the Americas and the Caribbean. Its presence stands as a testament to the ongoing connection and exchange between our peoples. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you next time. I have a special gift for musicians and artists who subscribe to my channel. If you want my Rum and Coca-Cola arrangement in PDF, just comment here and fill out a simple form. I'll be doing this often, so if you like this content, stay tuned. Download the PDF in the link in the description.